Okay, let's unpack this. So, for you listening, our deep dive today, it focuses on Pastor Darren's message from July 13th, 2025. This was at the House Church in Mountain Grove.
Right.
And really, our mission here is to explore this profound truth of God's love, but maybe more importantly, how we can actually experience it, not just know about it.
Exactly. It's about getting into divine grace, personal transformation, that direct connection with God. And what's really striking in Pastor Darren's message is this emphasis on the experiential part.
Experiential, yeah.
It's not just like facts about God's love. It's genuinely feeling it, having it sort of redefine your reality. Like you'd experience, I don't know, deep joy or even sorrow. It changes things.
The difference between knowing about something and truly experiencing it, that feels central. So Pastor Darren jumps right in, doesn't he? He highlights Ephesians 3.6, pointing out God's plan was, well, pretty radical. It includes everyone, Gentiles, Jews, equally in the family, all because of Jesus' love. A level playing field, essentially.
Yeah, totally level. And this radical inclusion, it brings what he calls a profound privilege.
Privilege. How so?
Well, the privilege, the honor, really, of sharing this amazing good news. And Pastor Darren was quite open about this, saying he often felt least deserving, kind of like the Apostle Paul, who persecuted Christians before his own turnaround. It's this powerful idea that God chooses us, empowers us, regardless of our past or if we feel worthy.
That's quite something. It reminds you that it's not about earning it.
Not at all.
Okay, so then he moves to something that really made me stop and think. Christ's crucifixion. He frames it not as a defeat, which is how the enemy might have seen it.
Right, like the ultimate failure.
But actually as Jesus willingly giving his life out of love. It wasn't a loss, was it?
No, absolutely not. It wasn't surrender. It was like God's wisdom on full display. A triumph over death, hell, and the grave, as Pastor Darren put it.
Stripping death of its sting.
Exactly. Offering eternal hope. And because of that sacrifice and our faith in that sacrifice, we can now come boldly, confidently, right into God's Holy of Holies.
That most sacred space.
The very presence of God. Once restricted, now wide open. Direct access.
Okay, but that kind of bold access, it sounds like it needs, well, strength. Real inner strength. And Pastor Darren connects right to that, doesn't he?
He does. He uses Ephesians 3.16 to talk about finding that inner strength. And crucially, it's not our strength.
Right.
It comes from God's unlimited resources.
Yeah.
It's about drawing on him.
So how does that strength manifest?
Well, it comes from Christ actually making his home in our hearts. Being rooted, grounded in God's love. That's the foundation.
Okay.
And Pastor Darren uses that powerful image of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace.
Right, walking through fire.
Yeah, unharmed. It just illustrates that Jesus is present with us, even in those, truly hellacious times, as he said. He provides strength when we've got nothing left. God doesn't leave you. He's right there in the fire with you.
Wow. So, okay, bringing this back to, your daily life, listening to this, the real core message from Ephesians 3.18 and 19, it seems, is not just to understand Christ's love intellectually, but to experience it, to really grasp its breadth, length, height, depth, its vastness.
Yes. And he shared some, pretty dramatic personal stories about this.
The anecdotes, yeah. Tell us about those.
Well, there's his Corvette moment. He saw this brand new blue Corvette. A classic symbol of worldly desire, something flashy.
Right.
But suddenly he was just overwhelmed by this much, much greater desire for God's presence. He felt this intense, undeniable love that just made the car seem completely unimportant. Trivial.
So the desire for God literally overpowered the desire for the car.
Completely. And then there's a story about his ceiling actually falling in during a storm.
Literally. Wow.
Yeah, literally fell in. And that dramatic event, that crisis, led him to this point of full commitment to God. And he talks about experiencing a whole different level of his love after that.
A Corvette and a collapsing ceiling. Those are pretty vivid catalysts.
So he's saying these big external events can trigger a massive internal shift.
Exactly. But what's interesting is he stresses you don't need the drama. You don't need a ceiling collapse or a fancy car to ignore.
Okay.
Those are just his moments. They show how real and overwhelming this love can be when you open yourself to it.
Yeah.
And this kind of experience, he says, it develops in you the faith of Joshua.
Facing giants.
Yeah, the courage to face huge challenges because you know God's with you. And also the contentment of Paul.
Finding satisfaction in Christ alone.
Right. Not in possessions or circumstances, just satisfaction in Christ. And this sense of completeness, it ultimately frees you from fear.
So it's not like a one-and-done lightning strike moment then, this experience.
Definitely not. That's a key point. Experiencing Christ's love is, as Pastor Darren puts it, a lifelong journey. It's about discovery, faith, transformation, ongoing.
A journey. Yeah. It's about actively being open to receive it, cultivating that connection day by day, not just waiting for a crisis or some big dramatic sign. It's a continuous unfolding relationship.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, what's the main thing you think people should take away from this message?
For me, the biggest takeaway is really that strong emphasis on personal experience over just head knowledge. It's not enough to just know about the love.
Right.
Which then leads to a really important question for you listening right now. How are you actively cultivating that deeper personal encounter with divine love in your own life? How are you seeking to feel it, not just know the facts?
It's a powerful challenge. This deep dive really shows God's love isn't just some abstract idea. It's presented here as a living, breathing, transforming power. One that's waiting for you to experience, giving you that direct relationship, and yes, that privilege of sharing His goodness.
All of my days